Hey, I'm Rob and welcome back to PhotoBite. As of today, right now, DJI has just announced the Mini 3. Now, the Mini 3 definitely is not too much of a surprise, as earlier this year, DJI released the Mini 3 Pro. When it released, everyone was kind of wondering why it was called the Pro and why the price was so much more than its predecessor, the Mini 2. And it was pretty obvious that this was going to be a more higher spec version of what would become the Mini 3. At first glance, the Mini 3 still has all the things that the Mini line is known for, such as the 249-gram weight, just like the Mini, Mini 2 and Mini 3 Pro, easy to carry, super portable to pack in your bag, and in many regions it can get you around having to register the drone and get around a lot of that restrictions. But I would check your local laws and restrictions for more information on that. Obviously, it being called the Mini 3, it shares a lot in common with its bigger brother, the Mini 3 Pro. As you can see, the shells are almost identical with just a few changes here and there, but they use many of the same parts. Both use the same propellers, they share the same smart battery technology, which an interesting point is the Mini 3 Pro has a 34-minute runtime on the standard battery, but the Mini 3, being slightly less power hungry, can actually fly for a little bit longer, nearly 40 minutes at 38-minute flight time, so it gets an extra 4 minutes. It's crazy to think how far these drones have come, because flying a drone for 40 minutes feels like an eternity. Looking at the top and the bottom of the Mini 3, you'll see the first of the major differences. The Mini 3 only comes with the double sensors on the bottom for landing and avoiding obstacles, as it uses the camera for any front-facing stuff. Whereas the Mini 3 Pro got that whole new 4-sensor module on the top and on the bottom for much better obstacle avoidance. But looking at the front, at the actual camera module itself, you'll see it seems to be the exact same sensor as in the Pro, which is great news. It seems like most of the downgrades when it comes to the film and photo side is the processor inside itself, as the sensor is exactly the same. You can even shoot 4K 30 on the Mini 3, whereas on the Mini 3 Pro you get the access to up to 4K 60. And when you're shooting video, the only other thing you'll notice that is missing from the Mini 3 that was in the Mini 3 Pro is access to the D-Cine-like color space, which is a bit of a shame, but the footage straight out of the drone in its standard color still looks pretty amazing. But it still supports the same HDR standard as the Mini 3 Pro, thanks to that dual native ISO chip level HDR technology, along with the f1.7 lens, which makes it surprisingly perform very, very well in low light conditions, both in video and photo. Another standout that was brought into the Mini 3 Pro that makes it into the Mini 3 is the return of the vertical shooting. While you're flying the drone, you can just hit it into vertical mode and you can get that social media style aspect ratio in all your footage, meaning you don't have to crop right into your footage when you're editing in post. And yes, the double supported gimbal returns, which makes it really stable, really smooth when you're flying it. And quite a unique feature is that you can still shoot directly up, just like on the Pro. The Mini 3 also still includes quick shots and panoramic modes, which are perfect for beginner and lazy drone flyers, as you can just click a few buttons and it will do an entire flight pattern all automatically. These quick shots are very cinematic and they take absolutely no effort to pull off. All you do is select your subject and hit go. Some of these have some extra settings, like you can extend the time and the distance they fly away from you, but for the most part, it's a one-click process. The droning, which is a very common shot that people like to do with drones, where it starts quite close to your subject and then quickly beams off right into the distance, really showing you the vast environment that that subject is in. The helix, where it'll do a circle pattern, slowly raising in altitude as it goes. the rocket where it'll shoot right up into the sky as if your camera was strapped to the back of a rocket, and circle. And of course, the Mini 3 having all these automatic flight modes does mean it has the safety features built in as we've come to expect from DJI now, where as if the battery gets too low or it has a sudden disconnection, it will auto return to home on its own, or you can even press the button on the controller to do it for you. Great for beginners as you don't even have to worry about landing the thing. The Mini 3, just like its bigger brother the Pro, still maintains a level 5 wind resistance. For a drone this small and light, it's surprising how gusty it can get, and it still stays rock solid in the air without worrying about it crashing. Additionally, the Mini 3's automatic circling modes potentially makes this a great entry-level drone for photogrammetry applications. Specifically, us at Photobyte have been loving using the Mini 3 Pro for photogrammetry ever since we got it. The high resolution, DC-like flat color space, and automatic flight modes make it even better suited for this kind of work. However, the Mini 3 offers the same great image sensor, albeit without DC-like options, and still maintains many of the automatic flight modes at a much more accessible price point, making it potentially a fantastic entry-level budget drone for photogrammetry. We took the Mini 3 and the Mini 3 Pro both up to a local windmill near ours in less than ideal photogrammetry conditions, but just to get an idea of how these stack up with each other. As you can see here, with the DJI Mini 3 Pro, we have access to D-Cine-like mode. So you can get a much more flat, editable footage for your photogrammetry applications. But as long as you're flying slow and set your settings right manually before you fly, the Mini 3 could still be very good for this. The Mini 3 Pro has active track and master shots built in, so you have a little bit more flexibility when it comes to tracking subjects like buildings when you're flying around, as you can just select around, continue to use the sticks to fly, and it will stay locked onto your subject as you fly. Whereas the Mini 3, there's no active track and there's no master shots, so you're locked to just the preset quick shots, which are not as customizable and versatile. But circling and helix modes are both perfect for most photogrammetry applications. And you could always go manual as well if you want, but one thing we've loved about the Mini 3 Pro is how easy and quick it makes our jobs when we go out scanning. But overall, the main difference between these two drones are a few of those pro cinematic features, the access to master shots, which gives you much more range of automatic flight modes, giving you even more creative options. The Mini 3 Pro also has those extra obstacle avoidance sensors, which makes it a little bit better at avoiding collisions and keeping your drone safe. However, the Mini 3 Pro is also considerably more expensive than the Mini 3, making it much less accessible to beginners. Overall, the DJI Mini 3 offers great balance of performance, portability, and ease of use. If you're looking at the new best entry-level drone for beginners or people that just want to try it out, this might be the new king. However, if you're looking at something to maybe replace your Mini 2 and you're looking for something a bit more substantial kind of upgrade, the Mini 3 Pro might be the one for you, as it gives you so much more freedom, especially in the edit with that D-Cine-like color mode, and those master shots are to die for. But for those people, you will be paying a premium for it. The DJI Mini 3 comes in a few different purchase options. For just the drone on its own, if you've already got a controller and stuff, you can pick it up for just £439. For the standard version, which comes with the standard controller, where you can put your phone in and connect it that way, it comes in at £519. If you want the fancy controller introduced with the Pro, which comes with a screen and all the app built in, so you don't have to use your phone, that will cost you £669. And the Fly More combo, which we were given to test, which comes with 2 extra batteries, plus the one you get in the drone, so 3 overall, for £678 with the normal controller, or £828 for that plus the smart controller. Now, these prices are definitely a little bit higher than the Mini 2, but unlike the sticker shock that we had when the Mini 3 Pro came out, the Mini 3 is definitely a little bit more in line with that old Mini pricing. But yeah, I think that does it for today. That was the Mini 3 from DJI. Great little drone. I'm glad to see them not abandoning that low price range market. But yeah, thank you very much for watching our review on the DJI Mini 3. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the bell to get notified about when our next video goes live, when we share our next drone videos, for example. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.